How's it going, everyone? This is Fine Gaming Connoisseur. Welcome back to this Let's Play of Multiple Online, Season 4. Okay, so I've just logged in and we're running on version 1.87.08.00. Oh, okay, so I see that there's some player activity. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to try and do... and try and do a few things. Oops. Would I do that? Yeah, I've been playing Stalker Call of Pripyat recently, and I've been running this mod called Road to the North. And so just now I drew my weapon because I was trying to run, but you know, in that game, in that Stalker mod, the X key is actually for running, so I kind of got confused by that. And so, you know, even just being away from this game for a week, you know, can really... Well, actually I've been playing this game for the past few days, but because I've been playing quite a lot of Stalker Road to the North, you know, it kind of got me confused as to where the keys are and everything. So, but okay, so I'm just going to... Okay. Carefully bring these out. Oops. Okay. I'll just carefully bring my stuff out first. So I'm gonna just... Will I need calamine? I don't think so. I don't think so, but I'll bring it anyway. And well, I've got quite a lot of bandages, so I'll bring some of that. And I think I'll bring the rest of this food. And okay. And maybe, which one should I bring? I'll just bring 25 units of this for my pet. Alright, so I'm going to transport these Alki's horns to the foreign trader near the Tecton Bridge, and I'm going to try and buy the 2 remaining armor books that I wanted to get last time, but because I didn't have enough Alki's horn. And so, you know, it's very easy now. If you want to get those armor books, you can just go and hunt Alki's, which give these horns, which are 10 gold a piece. So before they put the Alki's in the game, I think it was much harder because you had to hunt large quantities of other creatures, but now you can just hunt Alki's. Just hunting 3 will be enough for you to get the 2 other armor books that are, you know, the one is the Excubitor plate armor, but the other 2 is different. So you just need 3 Alki's horns and you can get those 2 remaining books. Okay, so alright, so let me just plan in my head exactly how I'm going to do this, because this is going to go like clockwork. This is not going to... I'm going to have to do this like, you know, smoothly and by the numbers, as Lieutenant Gorman in Aliens said to his squad. Alright, let's go. I'm going to try and avoid drawing any attention to myself. And along the way, I'm going to try and... Yeah, I'm going to have to... Another reason why I need to do this... Oh, what am I doing? Another reason why I need to do this by clockwork is because I'm carrying, you know, 3 Alki's horns. And maybe I should just back myself to a wall first. That would be a good idea. Okay. So I have to apologise, guys. I just recovered recently from a cold, so my voice is may not be 100% there yet, but Oh, who is this? Oh man, a lot of players. And yeah, you do need to watch out for your mounts, because I think the mount killers have come back recently. I saw in the oh man, there's players here. I'm gonna try and alright, so let's hope I can do this. So this is going to be another video for the... Oh! What is going on here? Oh! Oh, there's a battle! Oh, just my luck. Just my luck. Just what I need. I'm trying to go out. Yeah, okay, I'll just have a look at this. Alright, I'll just have a look. I'll just have a look at what these guys are laid to. Okay, so no, I don't think I'll get involved, because or we just end up me getting Shadow Fox. Okay, I thought that was Grey Fox. Okay, so it seems like they're clearing off. No, coming back. Just my luck. Just when I want to transport stuff. Oh. Then I get this, have a battle going on. So look, I'm gonna try and head out the back way, and I hope that back way is not yeah. So I'm gonna try and talk about you know, play styles and you know, character building, in the sense of you as the player, character building, not building the character that you're playing, but you as the player. Okay, so I'm going to try and do this as I travel. I figured that you know, I can maybe kill two birds with one stone. You know, play the game and you know, make another video for my game guide, player progression game guide for this game. So I'm going to try and do two things at once. Alright, so let me just get out of here. Okay, just tread carefully. Because there are no guards here, so you gotta... Alright. Okay. There's that sound again. That sound that you hear when your horse does a poop. Oh, who's that? I think that's the shady librarian. Okay. Alright, so I think I can start talking about the playstyles and character building. So I think in this game, it's very important that you know what you want your character to be and what you're going to do in this game. It's very important, because if you don't have this part nailed down before you start playing, very soon you're going to find yourself wondering why are you playing this game, because this is not a game that provides you with quests. I mean, there are some starter quests that you can do, and there is also some quests for advanced players, you know, hunting quests and things like that. But this is not a theme park game in any sense of the word. This is in no way theme park game. So if you're thinking that this game is a mix of Sandbox and theme park, you've come to the wrong place. You probably might find that Black Desert Online is more your thing, if that's the kind of game you're looking for, but Mortal Online is purely a Sandbox game. By and large, it is a Sandbox game without any traditional quests, for the most part. Okay, and so it's very important that you figure out your playstyle, and I want to talk about forming a symbiotic relationship with your 4 characters if you intend to buy the other 3 character slots. You do have to pay for them, of course, using real money. But once you have all 4 character slots unlocked, what you can do is form a symbiotic relationship between all 4 of your characters. At least that's what I'm doing. See, I have Tybus as my hunter and my main character, and so what he does is he brings carcasses back to my butcher character, and he would butcher those carcasses and pass the materials on to my crafter, and he would keep some for himself because the butcher does make shields and bows. So I do keep some of those materials for myself, but a lot of materials will go to my armor crafter, who also crafts weapons. And and there's another character that I have as well. He's my tamer and my miner, and smelting ores and refining metals. And which of course I then provide those ingots or metal bars to my crafter to craft weapons with. And of course I also provide my main character with mounts when I lose them. And so if you can see the symbiotic relationship that I have between all 4 of my characters, that is one thing you can work towards. I think it would help if you intend to play, more or less as a solo player. I think it's very helpful if you can do that. Have a symbiotic relationship between all 4 of your characters, because that will make it possible for you to provide for yourself instead of having to buy things off the broker or having to join a guild and getting guild members to provide for you. You will be able to provide for yourself. So that is one good way for you to become, I suppose, in some sense, self-sufficient. Although you can never become fully self-sufficient, because the number of skills in this game are just far too many, and you only have limited primary skill points, so you won't be able to become fully self-sufficient, but to a certain degree you can. And I would also say that there are unofficial professions. That's one thing that I mentioned in one of my other videos for the player progression game guide. So unofficial professions in this game, they're not something that the game explicitly states. Let me give you an example. The spotter is a unofficial profession that players have ingeniously come up with. And basically a spotter is someone who just basically a scout, provides visual information to other players so that they can act on that. And so what you'll see sometimes in towns is that there are some people standing still and just looking in one direction, and they're not moving. Oh no, how am I gonna get this? Oh. See, if I get off, my mount will sink to the bottom. Oh wait, he can swim as well, can't he? Yeah, I think he can. I think he can swim, so I'm gonna... Oh, but then there's that risk. Yeah, so anyway, let me just get onto the Come on. Oh, good on you. I had a fear that he was going to sink to the bottom. Okay, let me just clear this area first before I continue. Okay, you see there's someone here. I'm going to have to turn around and run back into the water. Although at this rate, with the battle going on, I'm going to have to be very, very careful because there might be people sitting around. So let me just clear myself off this area first. Okay, if I can't see them, they can't see me. Oop. Oh. Okay, so unofficial professions, and there's also transporter. That's another unofficial profession that I've been doing for quite a number of occasions. I've transported things for people, and basically my main character is someone who rides a mount but doesn't really use it for combat other than mounted archery. And so yeah, it's basically, you know, a byproduct of when you decide what you're going to do and who you're going to be, then sometimes you come up with these unofficial professions that the game doesn't explicitly state. And so, you know, it's good if you can figure out some sort of profession that you can do, something that the game's not going to tell you to do, but it's something that you come up with. So I've mentioned spotter and also transporter, and there's also, I think, scout. I think scout and spotter would be synonymous, but when it comes to scouting, I think you can be someone who, you know, maybe someone wants to go from, like, let's say, move stuff from Tindrem to Moki or something, and they're not sure whether the way is clear, whether there are dangers, whether there are enemy players or, you know, PKers, plague killers, and so they might look for someone to scout ahead and tell them if there's anything that they need to be aware of. And so that's where the scout comes in. If you can ride a mount, and then you can, you know, ride ahead and, oh, there's a new building going up, I think. Then you can ride ahead and tell them if there's anything along the path, along the route that they're taking. Then they can, you know, either postpone their trip, or they can take alternative routes. So that is one helpful way that you can, even as an early player, you can do that. You know, all you need is a mount and the ability to ride your mount well. So, you know, that's how you can, you know, do things, and, you know, always have something to do. So this game is very, very, very freeform, very, very open-ended, and that's why I love this game. Part of the reason, anyway, because it's just so open-ended and so freeform, and it's just, yeah, I love it. Yeah, it's just, you know, you can be whoever you want and do whatever you want, how you want, when you want, and what you want. And that's it's what I love about this game. Part of the reason why I love the game. Okay, and so just moving on, I want to talk about character building. And like I mentioned earlier, character building in the context of what I'm talking about is not really building the character that you're playing, but you as a player. So as you know, this game has you know, PvP everywhere, anytime, and there's full looting. So probably that's one of the reasons why this game doesn't get a lot of players playing, because just because of the nature of these two features. You know, it's not everyone's going to want to, you know, just have the risk of getting PK'd and then lose everything, but you know, for those who can put up with that and can recover from that, you know, I think it really does build resilience in your, you know, and it builds the determination, and it helps you to build that that character that of getting back on your feet after you know, adversity and setbacks. I think it helps you to build that resilience. And of course, this is my own opinion. I'm not a psychologist or, you know, any sense of the word. So this is just my belief that you know, this game can build your character as a player, not just building the character that you're playing, but yeah, funny name. Alright, so I'm hoping I don't meet anyone, because even though the Steam charts show, you know, 50 or somewhere around 50 plus or minus 10 or 5 players, you know, maybe 60 or something like that, or maybe 45, but you know, right now, I'll tell you one thing, right now I'm not logged into Steam, so I won't show up on the Steam charts, and so yeah. So, you know, I can just imagine how many people are playing it this way, because actually it reminds me of a conversation I had with one of my viewers. It's quite funny. It was rather funny when I was reading through the comments, and so I did reply to the two viewers, and while it seems, you know, rather funny at times, but there's actually some truth in what one of my viewers said, that I need to watch out when you know, when people want to know when you log on, or when they want you to let them know when you log on. There is some truth to that. Now, of course, I'm not saying that the viewer is out to get me, but out to, you know, wait for me to log in so he can, you know, relieve my character of his possessions in game. But you know, there's some truth to that, and it's basically, you don't want people to know when you're on as much as, you know, possible, and you don't want people to know where you are or where you're going, because that's a sure way to get people to come to you and yeah, relieve you of your possessions, whatever you're carrying. So of course, I'm not saying that viewer was gonna get me in game, but I'm just saying that there's some truth to that, and so I posted a screenshot of that, and and obviously there's some comments that have been removed, obviously, because yeah, I think, okay, so there's obviously a house there, and I'm hoping that there's no. Alright. So I think this game does also teach you to be a goal setter, you know, as someone who sets goals and obviously not good at climbing. The mounts are probably not good at climbing, you know, slopes like this. But hopefully no one's in that house. Alright, I'll keep talking once I get the armor books, but let me just get it. I want to trade. And I want this, and I want this. Alright. Alright, let's go. That's what I wanted. Jump into the water, and I'm gonna just try and stay submerged a little bit. Okay, I think this is good, so I'll just keep it this way. And so so I think this game does teach you to set goals and reach for them, because unlike theme park games that provide everything for you, that tell you where to go and what to do next, this game doesn't do any of that. Like I mentioned in one of my earlier videos, beyond the new player tutorial, once you finish the new player tutorial quests, which are very short, you're basically left on your own to do whatever it is that you want. Now, with the Newbie island on the way, I'm not sure how that's going to change the new player experience, but I certainly hope that SV will continue in the same vein of just giving players the tools and then letting them just roam free, and not really pointing too much players in any particular direction, but just giving them just enough for them to get started. Because I feel that at the very core, the nature of this game is all about player ingenuity and encouraging players to set goals. Because I think this is part of the beauty of this game, is that it basically encourages you, or in some cases it forces you to set goals for yourself, and it. Oh, did you see that large sea dew? Oh, okay. I've never seen that before. I better just stick closer to the shore in case there's some giant fish underneath the water. You don't, because as you know, SV added fish, and I did mention before that I kind of regretted that I asked for fish to be put into this game, because now I'm just I have no idea what's underneath me. It's kind of like oh, there it is again. It's kind of like Jaws, SV, please don't put sharks. Don't put sharks into this game, please. I'm still going to play the game, even if you do, but I hope you don't. It's just going to make my life that much harder. So, but yeah, I think this game helps to build your character, as in the same, I suppose, along the same time as you building your character that you're playing. I think it builds your character as well. Resilience, determination, being able to recover from setbacks, and basically dusting it off and getting back on your feet in no time. And I know that, and I do think that that's something that not every player has, and I think that's part of the reason why. I think that's part of the reason why this game doesn't get as many players as I wish that it could, because I don't think that everyone is able to, just face that risk day in and day out, and so I think that's part of the reason why this game has a lower population compared to, let's say, Black Desert Online or World of Warcraft, because in those games you take far less risks. There are less risks for you, but in this game it's the other way around. You take a lot of risk, but at the same time it also gives you, in some sense, a lot of reward as well. if not in the tangible form, in the way of items, then that thrill that you made it without dying. And maybe you're transporting some carcasses, or like what I'm doing right now, transporting books back to Tindrem for my crafter. You know, that thrill of getting it done without any incidences, and so I suppose in a way it's a good thing that you know, I do wish that I will see more players in the wilderness, but on the same token, I do sort of find it it's not so dangerous for me if there's not that many players in the wilderness. So, you know, I kind of want both, but I know that there are pros and cons for both. If you know what I'm saying. So I suppose what I'm talking about is a little bit I don't know, philosophical. I don't know if you call it that, but yeah, I do think that this game can help to build your character as well, because when you spend time getting something, you know, maybe chopping wood or hunting carcasses or getting something very valuable, and then on the way back you lose it, you know, you're not just losing those items, you're losing time, and you're losing, you know, your effort. And for some people that can be very damaging for them, I mean, in terms of their desire to play the game. And that's why I say that, you know, it builds, you know, if you can put up with that kind of thing, you know, those losses, then it does build, I think it does help to build resilience and determination and the ability to bounce back from a setback. And I think that's really important, not just in this game, but I suppose in real life as well. So that's just my own personal beliefs, like I mentioned, and it's not, you know, I don't claim to be an expert on these things, but I'm certainly not a psychologist. So, but I think this is just from my own personal experience. It does help to build resilience and you know, determination, and the ability to bounce back from setbacks. So, is that the large sea dew that I see? Is that what I see? Is that what I think it is? No, I don't think it is. No, it's just decoration, or maybe it's brown shore kelp. So I think SV has put in a lot of effort to decorating the underwater seascape, as well as above ground, you know, above sea level. So, you know, you do have to give credit to where credit is due. Oh, is this going to be harmful to me? Are you going to... Where am I? Oh, yeah. Man, what a name for a house. Oh man, it's kind of things that I see in this game. It's yeah, it's just funny. Okay, so we're not done yet. We still have a trip back to Tindrem, and that's probably going to be even more dangerous. It's probably going to be even more dangerous than my trip out. So let's just hope that it goes well. Let's hope it goes well, because I could potentially lose everything if I die, and you know, I'll just have to accept it if I do. You know, if I do lose everything, then well, that's just how it is. You know. And I don't want, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I would not have it any other way. Because otherwise I would just go and play, you know, the official EA servers for Ultimate Online. You know, if this game changed any of its core pillars, then it would very quickly lose its appeal for me. You know, let's say if it added a third-person view, or it added a you know, non-full looting and safe zones for PvP, then if they added any of these things, then it would, you know, instantly lose its appeal. Because the moment it does that, it would no longer any different to a lot of the games out there. I could just go and play any of those other games. But I play this game because it's not afraid to do what it does. It's not afraid to be what it wants to be. It doesn't bow the knee to, you know, to cater to other, you know, to players who might want non-full looting and non-free-for-all PvP anytime, anywhere. I think that's the part of the strength of this game, is that it's not afraid to be what it is, and it's not going to bend the knee. And so, as long as it stays that way, then, you know, you can be sure that I will play this game for years and years to come. Hopefully no one's seen me come out. But man, look at that scenery. Look at that. I mean, the view distance is just nothing short of amazing. I can see Tindrem, even though it's quite far out there. But of course, I think you do need to tweak the view distance in the graphic settings, so you can see it all. But yeah, hopefully. Now, should I go through the front gates, or no? I better not. I better not, because I'm pretty sure any one of those guys, if they see me, they're going to go for me. I'm sure any one of those guys would just love to, you know, to PK me on video. Because I've had this experience, you know, enough times to, you know, teach me that meeting someone that you don't know, someone that is not your not one of your allies, you know, it's I think there's an 80% chance that they're gonna, you know, try and PK me, maybe even more, maybe 90%. And the other 10% would just, you know, ignore and just go on their way. Or now, I do know that there are some strangers who I don't know, but they're friendly towards me, so I can't completely discount that as well. So yeah, so this video is more or less, you know, a little bit more philosophical, in my opinion. But I think it's important that if you're going to play this game, that you at least have a... Maybe I can. Nope. No. I see a player. No. There's a player. I think someone's seen me. Nope. No. No. Come on. Just when come on, man. Just let me be. Oh. Okay, let's just swim away. man, my heartbeat just instantly jumped. Okay, so you're swimming next to me, good. Alright. How about we okay. So I'll swim. Okay, so we're gonna go underwater from this point. We're not gonna. Okay, I need to get up for air. Okay, let me just sit here for a bit. Hello? I'm glad you can swim. I'm glad you can swim. I just hope that player doesn't jump into the water as well. Alright, let's go. Let's continue. Let's not sit in the same spot for too long. But man, did you see that player? I mean, how did they see me? Oh man, I drew. All it takes is just 1 or 2 seconds to draw attention. And what is that? Okay. So hopefully I've lost them. Lost whoever it was that was coming after me. But yeah. But hey, the scenery underneath doesn't look too bad at all. You know, it's actually a good improvement from before. You know, it used to be just quite a blandish looking, hopefully no giant squid. But yeah, it doesn't look too bad at all. It actually looks rather good, in my opinion. Alright, so the rest of this trip is just going to be me underwater now. But yeah, hopefully, yeah, like what was I saying before? So like I said, you know, hope this video is helpful in some ways for some of you. If you're looking for something to, I suppose, help you to learn in your playing of this game. Oh man, what am I doing? Tybus has some trouble navigating some obstacles. But yeah, I think it does help because of the nature of this game. I think it's the same for not just Mortal Online, but for other sandbox games as well, where you're not given directions on where to go or what to do. I think that's where you have to come in. That's where you have to wait. I don't exactly want to be on land. I want to. Let me just go through here. Okay, so I think it's safe to say that I lost that player that was coming after me. But man, look at the amount of buildings in here. I think Tindrem used to be much bigger than what it is today. I think after the sunken district went underneath the water, got sunk. You know, Tindrem is a little bit smaller than what it is today. But yeah, I mean the graphics certainly doesn't look like a pushover. It does look. It has that semi-realistic look. So, and that's what I like. Alright, now, where is he? Where is my... Huh? Can't see him. So where exactly... Alright. Okay, can't go through there. I want to try and get to where I was, where I started on that the spot where I got into the water. I'm just not sure if I'm there or not. Actually, I think it's a little bit further over this side. I could be wrong, but maybe I just need to look for that that, what do you call, that rock, that blue rock, what's it called again? I haven't done mining for a while, so it's you forget things. But, oh, no. Oh no. Okay. And his jungle is there. Nope, you can't mount while you're in the water. Okay. Alright, so let me just yeah, I think I'll cut back once I find the place where I was supposed to be, where I started off going into the water, and then I'll resume the video. Okay guys, we're back, and so I've managed to find the spot where I first got into the water, so I can continue now. I hope that there's no one out there waiting for me. Oh, okay. So we're good. we managed to do it. Oh, okay. So yeah, thankfully we ran away before that player, who I think would most likely could have been, you know, a hostile. They could have killed me. And who's this? Brown Mulva. Obviously belonging to another player. Alright, so disaster averted. Because man, you don't want to lose this. This is quite valuable, in my opinion. I mean, according in my case, it is quite valuable. I mean, I'm sure a lot of other players, those wealthier players, can afford dozens of them without you know, it would just be a dip in the water for them. But for me, it's quite valuable. So it's a good thing I didn't lose that. And I think it's probably a good idea if I get my put my pet away. Put my pet away first. Come on. Fortnite friendly. Okay, so everyone's out at the front of Tindrem gates, no one's in the bank. Okay, alright, so that's done. So I'll arrange everything back to how I want it later, once I finish recording. But I hope that you found this video useful, and hope that you found it interesting to watch. And so, like I mentioned, there's going to be a lot more episodes coming. Ooh. So yeah, do stay tuned, and hope to see you in the next one. Thank you for watching this video. This is Fun Gaming Connoisseur. Please do remember to hit the like button, and also if you have any comments, please leave it in the section below. please do subscribe to the channel and also hit the bell icon. And please also share this video. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.